Goswami on the debate.
Good evening and welcome. One of the lesser focused on subjects this week was, however, in my view, a very important development in the Supreme Court, which did not get enough time in court perhaps, and which was dismissed, but which was very important nevertheless, when Subramaniam Swamy and Vishnu Shankar Jain filed a petition asking for the removal of the following words from the preamble of the Indian Constitution. The first word, secularism. The second, socialism. Subramaniam Swamy and Vishnu Shankar Jain wanted the court to ask for the deletion of the word secular and the word socialist from the preamble. The Supreme Court, while rejecting their petition, said that socialism can also mean fair opportunity, a concept of equality. It's not a modern concept, and asked in counter that do you not want India to be secular? That's the question the court countered the petitioners with, and eventually the court dismissed their petition. It said there are several provisions which make secularism part of our basic structure. But in a way, that is the point itself. If there are several provisions within the Indian Constitution, if there are different parts of the Indian Constitution, whether the principle of equality, liberty, the freedom to profess one's religion, freedom of expression, etc., which in a way make it clear that the principles of socialism and the principles of secularism are essentially already there within the basic structure of the Indian Constitution and are part of the Constitution in the way it was written pre-1975, pre-emergency, then the question should be, why were these words brought in the first place? Why were the words secular brought in? Why was the word socialist brought in? What is the time when they were brought in? Who brought them in? It was Indira Gandhi. What was the timing? During the emergency, through the 42nd Amendment to the Indian Constitution. Amendment so significant that it came to be called as the mini constitution. Now, on the one hand, Indira Gandhi was bringing in the words socialist and secular, and on the other hand, she was repressing the people of this country through the emergency, putting the entire opposition in jail. So the point really is, viewers, that we in our country have never felt ourselves empowered enough to have a real debate on this issue. I have the highest regard for the Supreme Court. I respect their judgment rejecting the petition of Subramaniam Swamy and Vishnu Shankar Jain today. But the fact is that our forefathers, when the idea of forefathers, those who were the founding fathers of the Constitution, when this whole debate about whether the word secular and socialist should be incorporated into the Constitution in the first place, their argument was against it. It was rejected then because the Constitution already has the principles of secularism and socialism by way of the principles that it advocates. Then why did Indira Gandhi feel the need to bring in the word socialist, to bring in the word secular? I personally believe, ladies and gentlemen, that was a conspiracy by Indira Gandhi and by several politicians after her. Because she knew, and these politicians also know, that in the name of secularism, some of the greatest injustices are being justified in the country. I am not against secularism. I am, however, fundamentally against the various wrongs that are done in this country in the name of secularism. And let me define a few things which have been done in the last 75 years which are against the principles of secularism but defended in the name of secularism. Fact number one, those people who are against the Uniform Civil Code, in the name of secularism, they vehemently oppose the Uniform Civil Code. That is the most progressive bill that will bring in uniformity in the civil code of the country. In the name of secularism, some people oppose it. Most regressive practices like nikah halala, where small children, minors are married to 75 and 80-year-old men, are justified in the name of secularism. It is said these are part of the personal laws of Muslims. However, ladies and gentlemen, it goes against the principles that are espoused in the Constitution. And when there is a challenge between the personal laws of one religion and the principles of the Constitution, without a doubt, the principles of the Constitution and only the principles of the Constitution should prevail. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember that when Rajiv Gandhi overturned the Shah Bano judgment, he did so in the name of secularism. We all know what happened when the Shabano judgment was overturned. It diluted the judgment of the Supreme Court. So judgments of the Supreme Court are diluted in the name of secularism. It put appeasement over women's rights, appeasement over human rights, Muslim appeasement over the rights of women, and that also happened in the name of secularism. It snatched away the right to maintenance of Muslim women, snatched away the right of dignity for Muslim women, millions of Muslim women, and all that also happened in the name, ladies and gentlemen, of secularism. So my point is, viewers, it's so ironical that we are told that under secularism, we must also have people enjoy the luxury of acts like the Places of Worship Act. Now, on the one hand, you have the Places of Worship Act, which says the religious character of any place of worship should continue to be forever what it was on the 15th of August 1947, the day of our independence. However, in the same country, where you have the Places of Worship Act, which is seen to be a finality in itself, you do not want to accept the fact that Hindus were subjected to brutality for centuries in the past, where you do not have the right to worship in Gyanvapi. You do not have the right to talk about Ayodhya till a few years back, but you have the Places of Worship Act. Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many contradictions. I respect the Supreme Court. I bow down to the judgment of their lordships. But I, as a citizen of this country, continue to believe that we need to have a very strong and pivotal debate on secularism, at least on what is true secularism and what is fake secularism or pseudo-secularism. And even if the rest of the media will not stick their neck out on this subject, I believe that this event today, where the Honorable Supreme Court rejected the petition of Vishnu Shankar Jain and Subramaniam Swamy, should be the starting point of such a discussion. And that is my first debate today, a pivotal debate on what is secularism, what it should really entail, and what it should not. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm focusing on two very newsy debates after that, where we have Mallikarjun Kharge, who was disrespected by the Gandhi Vadra family quite openly, some shocking visuals of how he was treated. And the third debate this evening on how the Congress party has lost all leverage and Congress candidates will fight under the Mulayam Singh Yadav's party, Akhilesh Yadav's party, Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh. The fall of the Congress is my third debate, and here are the headlines this Thursday evening on the Debate Tonight. Family first for Gandhis, always it's getting clear by the day. Is Kharge nothing but a puppet, a figurehead for the Congress party? The Congress party president has been blatantly insulted and sidelined, as alleged by the BJP, as this video shows how he was deliberately kept waiting, forced to peep through the door, as Priyanka Gandhi Vadra filed her nomination in Wayanad yesterday. Haryana, Jharkhand, Maharashtra, and now Uttar Pradesh, the cracks within the India alliance are undeniable. The so-called opposition unity is in complete disarray. Now the Congress is left without even its symbol in Uttar Pradesh. Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav has made it official with a tweet announcing that all Congress candidates will be contesting the by-elections on the Samajwadi Party's cycle symbol across all 9 seats.
And differences must be settled by dialogue and diplomacy, and there should be zero tolerance for terrorism.
On the last day of the BRICS summit in Russia's Kazan, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar talks tough on terrorism, says there is zero tolerance. There should be zero tolerance against terrorism. Giving out a message on Russia-Ukraine war, he says dialogue and diplomacy is the solution, not war. Ladies and gentlemen, the debate over secularism. Secularism in the Constitution is intensifying, with pseudo-seculars distorting the true essence of India's secular fabric. The topmost court has examined the whole issue of the constitutional validity of secularism in the preamble and has upheld it. It has rejected the petition of Vishnu Shankar Jain and Subramaniam Swamy this week. Today, ladies and gentlemen, on a more thematic debate, we look at something very important which I feel news channels should be talking about. Certain remarks by certain political figures which are raising critical questions. Is secularism in India being diluted or being used as a mask? And if so, by whom? Let's debate.
A crucial debate at the Supreme Court. The constitutional validity of adding the word secularism to the preamble is under scrutiny. The plea filed before the Apex Court seeks removal of secularism and socialism from the Constitution. And here's how the heated debate unfolded at the apex court. Justice Khanna, presiding over the two-judge bench, raised a key point, suggesting that both socialism and secularism can have multiple interpretations, asking if India should not remain secular in its definition. Advocate Vishnu Shankar Jain responded, clarifying that the issue is not about questioning India's secular identity, but the amendment that introduced these terms. Justice Khanna explains that during debates on secularism, the French model was the only reference. He emphasizes that India has adopted its own unique approach, as seen in Article 25. Advocate Upadhyay warned that including these terms in the preamble has opened a Pandora's box, raising concerns that terms like democracy could also be altered without the will of the people. Petitioner Subramaniam Swamy, meanwhile, suggested that the preamble could be split into two parts and argued that the people never fully consented to the addition of socialism and secularism. Even as the Supreme Court believes it to be the tenet of Indian Constitution, there is a certain lobby that makes vile comments under the banner of secularism.
और अगर कोई मुसलमान भाइयों के प्रति अगर बुरी नजर कोई देखने का काम करेगा तो राष्ट्रीय जनता दल और तेजस्वी यादव चुप बैठने वाला नहीं, ईंट से ईंट बजा देंगे.
சனாதன எதிர்ப்பு மாநாடு என்று போடாமல் சனாதன ஒழிப்பு மாநாடு என்று நீங்கள் இதை போட்டிருக்கிறீர்கள், இதை அழைத்திருக்கிறீர்கள், இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு பெயரிட்டீர்கள். அதற்கு என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்கள். சிலவற்றை நாம் ஒழிக்கத்தான் வேண்டும், எதிர்க்க முடியாது. கொசு, டெங்கு காய்ச்சல், மலேரியா, கொரோனா இதையெல்லாம் நம்ம எதிர்க்கக்கூடாது, ஒழித்து கட்ட வேண்டும். அப்படிதான் இந்த சனாதனம்.
जब बंबई आते हो वो सम्मान क्यों छोड़ देते हो? जब ट्रेनियां पकड़ते हो वहां से तो ये सम्मान लेकर साथ में आओ. कसम है हम सब बैठे हैं ना, तुम्हारा बाल बांका कोई माई का लाल नहीं कर सकता.
Remarks like these have not only exposed the pseudo-seculars but also raised important questions. What is real secularism? Is the definition of secularism tilted?
So when something is being misused, that too must be abolished. Secularism is being misused. And under the garb of secularism, the greatest injustice is happening in this country. The greatest wrongs are perpetrated and the greatest falsehoods are justified. My own view, I want to place it right here in front. I respect the Supreme Court. I believe in secularism. But I believe Indira Gandhi and others like her put in the word secularism so it could be misused, not used. It did not need to be put. The words secular and socialist did not need to be put within the Constitution because, as has been rightly pointed out by the Supreme Court, the principles of secularism and socialism exist within the Constitution. I therefore, without trying to invite controversy, am totally against the 42nd judgment, which artificially brought in the word secular and socialist within the Constitution, not to underline it, but I believe it was brought in with the political intent of trying to undermine the principles of the Constitution and providing some kind of a cover for all the people like Asaduddin Owaisi, like Zakir Naik, and all the other people who continue to do what they are doing today. Who would like to open the debate? 3 versus 3, Vishnu Shankar Jain. Ratan Sharda wants to begin the debate. I'll quickly welcome Vishnu Shankar Jain, petitioner in this case, senior lawyer, Supreme Court, Prafulla Ketkar, well-known author and ex-organizer, editor, America Narayanan backs the Congress, Pulla Rao backs DMK, and Atikur Rahman, Islamic scholar. Ratan Sharda is opening. Ratan Sharda, over to you.
Permit me to give a quotation, then I tell you who made this comment in the Constituent Assembly. We are reminded that this is the country where in past ages great men and great Maharishis gave birth to a great culture. We are reminded that thousands of years ago the leaders and thinkers of this country molded a great nation, extended their culture to all 4 corners of the world and achieved for them a position of prestige. It's a nation which has mantras of Rig Veda and Maharishis who have described the vision of truth. Now this particular quote is by Kamalapati Tripathi, Congress leader who became Chief Minister for UP This is what he thinks about the nation, and this is Constituent Assembly, which means that we believe we are secular despite the word not being there. And not only that, Dr. Ambedkar clearly said we cannot dictate terms to future generation by including socialism in the preamble of the Constitution. Now, is basic structure an evolving structure, or is it a fixed structure we must define? Because secularism, socialism was there in 1976, which means basic structure was changed, and the Supreme Court agrees with it. 1993, collegium became the norm of the Constitution for selection of judges, while it was not there earlier on. Now Supreme Court believes the NJSC breaks the fundamental structure, and we are bound by the 1993 collegium, which is not even an act. Now, further, if you see that entire secularism debate runs on the premise that we don't have secularism. When Constituent Assembly members thought that we do nurture all the cultures, all the religions, right from Syrian cultures to Islamis to Jews and everybody, there is no need for secularism. What has changed? Waqf Act 1954 was secular, then why it was again modified in 1995? That is a fundamental structure. So this issue of secularism being taken as something of secularism test like a Bible or a Quran is not acceptable, because we are an evolving society. Our acceptance of secularism way back after 76, like acceptance of the Supreme Court about the collegium system, shows that we have to keep moving with the time, and these are superfluous words. So socialism clearly is not the creed of the time. In 1991, we threw out socialism. We became more or less capitalist society. So the superfluous word needs not be there.
Yeah,
you are tying down people to an ideology which is dead. You are tying down to people to particular word like secularism, which is imbibed. In 1976, the Indira Gandhi asked Salim Singhi what is the meaning of secularism. He said it's Sarva Pantha Samabhav. It is not the British expression of non-religious. If that was so, then why Queen is also head of the state and also head of the church? And why all the Western countries take oath on Bible and they say we are secular, though that they follow all the Christian traditions? So we are in a very hypocritical position where we take position depending on our political convenience.
Top ban only secularism debate. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say the question tonight is whether a debate over true secularism and pseudo-secularism is necessary in this country. Now, many people will say Republic should not be debating these issues. These are settled matters. That is why Republic is different. We do not believe these are settled matters. Society evolves, thinking evolves. We cannot stay stuck into something that Indira Gandhi wanted. I know the other side wants to open the debate. Vishnu Shankar Jain, why did you file this petition? And do you have any options now that your petition has been rejected by the Honorable Supreme Court bench?
See, Arnab, first of all, I would like to clarify that my petition has not been dismissed by the Supreme Court. It is adjourned to 18th of November. The matter was heard before the Supreme Court. Lot of arguments were raised by us before the Supreme Court which were not reported, and I am saying it with lot of sense of responsibility. Many arguments and observations by the bench were not reported, but be that as it may, now let's come to the point.
Such as what we would like to know. I am fully aware that there are websites covering the court which are biased in one direction. Yes. I'm not naming them. These websites should be ashamed of themselves for trying to misrepresent what is happening in the Supreme Court. But you are saying your case is not dismissed, which means that the Supreme Court will continue to hear. And this will become one of the biggest debates in the country. Do you need the word secular at all? What happened in the court which has not been reported?
No, the point is this. What I argued before the court is this.
Yes.
That there is a Constitution Assembly debate on 15th of November 1948, volume number 7, page number 401-402 of B.R. Ambedkar, and I am quoting him, quote and unquote, it cannot be laid down in the Constitution itself because that is destroying democracy altogether. If you state in the Constitution that the social organization of the state shall take a particular form, you are in my judgment taking away the liberty of the people to decide what should be the social organization in which they wish to live. So that is point number one. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was against this word socialism and secularism, and 3 times Arnab, the proposal of K.T. Shah, Professor K.T. Shah, was rejected by the founding fathers of the Constitution. Point number one. The most important point which you have to understand in this debate today is this, that are you forcing the government to be secular, or socialist, or you are forcing the people to be social and secular, socialist and secular. My argument and submission is that the government has to do the governance irrespective of the religion and caste of the people, and in governance there should be no discrimination. We all agree. And so far as that aspect is concerned, no one on this panel can say that government in administration can discriminate between citizens on the basis of religion. The point is this, Arnab. Can you discriminate the citizens? Can you force the citizens of this country? Because if you'll see the preamble, what is written? We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, social, secular, democratic republic. So you have forced the people of this country to imbibe and believe in the principles of socialism and secularism, which is completely unconstitutional. And kindly see, I ask a question today. Whether the followers of Islam, whether the followers of Sanatan Dharma, whether the followers of Christianity can say that all the religions are equal? Can they say? No one can say, because everyone has a right under Article 25 of the Constitution of India to believe that their religion is supreme. My learned friend here, Atikur Rahman, will believe that his Quran, his Hadith is supreme. I will believe that my Gita is supreme. A Christian will believe his Bible is supreme. So how you are forcing me to be secular? You are forcing the people of this country to be secular. And that's the second aspect, second limb of submission, that how the word secularism has been destroyed. And a very important point I want to make here. Today we all are seeing that in the Waqf Amendment Act, opportunities given by constituting a JPC of 31 members. People are going there, making their representations, and they are being heard. When these two words were introduced in the Constitution, no one was heard. It was in the time of emergency when these two amendments were brought. There was actually no debate in the parliament.
So you're saying these words were brought in by stealth? These words were brought in undercover? These words were brought in through the back door by a dictatorial leader during the emergency?
Not reported by the mainstream, by the websites. All these arguments I made before the Honorable Court, it was not reported.
But what did the court say? Which direction was it going in?
Court said that we will hear what Mr. Sirvai has said in the assembly debates, and we will adjourn the matter to 18th of November. Let's hear this matter on 18th of November. These were the observations. And let me tell you, Honorable Mr. Justice Dipankar Datta, who was part of this bench on the earlier occasion, had said the same thing, that this constitution comes with a cut-off date. That we on this 26th day of November 1949 do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves. So it's a constitution, it's a preamble which is coming with a cut-off date. So how can it be amended? But these things, Arnab, were not reported. These things were not told. The entire reporting is in such a manner that the court is very much against this complete argument, and the court is trying to dismiss the matter.
You see, the argument is this. These actions, and I'll just take 1 minute, of the Congress government were totally political. The intention to bring in secular and socialist was aimed at making Indira Gandhi look secular when she was a dictator, at making her look socialist when her son was an investor in a car company. Let's understand that. Second point, the 1991 Places of Worship Act also was brought in by Narasimha Rao when L.K. Advani was becoming very popular through the Ram Temple movement. And so he brought it in only in the context of Babri Masjid Ayodhya dispute. He wanted to settle the matter through an executive fiat, not through the court process. So he was trying to change, it was a court process, he was trying to avoid the courts. These matters are to be strongly debated, ladies and gentlemen, and please remember, there is only one network in this country which debates these issues, which is, because we are for the Republic, which is Republic. Now, I'd like to hear the other side. Prafulla, I'll come to you. Reference was made to Atik. America wants to come in. Which one of you would like to open the debate on the other side? And I would like any factual counters to what has been said by Ratan Sharda and Vishnu Shankar Jain. Who would like to open?
Okay, it seems other people are keeping quiet. I'll just start it and just for 2 minutes. First thing is the question of whether it's secular. You said, pseudo-secular, you put a brand name for pseudo-secular for us, and that itself is wrong. the pseudo-Hindus are calling the other people pseudo-secular in your title, so I wish you don't do that. The second thing is that today there's a gentleman, a journalist has been arrested, a guy by the name of Langa, Mahesh Langa. This is a democratic country. He's supposed to have kept some documents, and that's the frame, and he was arrested. In a democratic country, when our constitution says, please just give me a minute.
Part of the debate.
Constitution says of a democratic country, a journalist has been arrested for holding some documents.
Louder.
So, in the preamble, the need for secularism is what I'm trying to get at. The need for secularism.
No, I want to just intervene there. I'm not going to take more than 10 seconds. I'm also going to say that as one of the prominent journalists of the country, when I was arrested, your leader Rahul Gandhi made 6 of his leaders, Salman Khurshid, Pawan Kheda, and 7 other leaders, come on a press conference and support the position also taken by the government of Pakistan. So I was astonished that the government of Pakistan welcomed my arrest, and your party joined hands with the government of Pakistan in welcoming my arrest. So don't give a lecture on an arrest of a journalist then. And by the way, the Supreme Court said the case against me was fake. There was no prima facie case against me, despite which your leader, Rahul Gandhi, sent 5 of his leaders to join hands with the Pakistan government to celebrate my arrest only because I interviewed him in 2014.
No, please.
Because I interviewed him in 2014 and he could not face my questions. Because he could not face my questions in 2014 because it ruined his PR image. So he sent 5 people to justify my arrest. And you will come and say today that you want to stand for journalists. On what basis can you say that? Please continue. Please continue.
Look what happens. 10 seconds.
Please continue.
10 seconds? Okay. Now, when the word democratic is there, you know what's happening in this country, and take your own case too. The journalist should have freedom, and it's very important part of the 4th pillar of democracy, and it's in the preamble. Now, without the word secularism, what can happen? That's the first question. The second thing, we are not talking about how it was brought in. We are talking about what does secularism mean. Secularism, I'm reading the definition given in in the dictionary, Oxford Dictionary, the principle of separation of the state from the religious institution. He believes that secularism means no discrimination against anybody in the name of religion, be it a Muslim or a Hindu or a Christian. In this country, we know what is happening in the last several years, specifically in the last decade, religion, how people are being discriminated. Be it a Hindu in some states, be it a Islam in some states and throughout India, or Christians in some states too. This is what we are talking about. That's why the Constitution is not a constant thing. It has to evolve with the time.
Okay, I take your view. I'll get Praful to counter. Ratan Sharda, with respect, let me get Praful to counter because he has not opened his innings. One minute. Praful will counter now. Praful Ketkar, please. Praful Ketkar.
Can I just give...
Sir, can he counter you? I'm taking the debate forward. Praful Ketkar is countering.
Before I start, I continue to be editor of Organizer. I'm not still yet.
Sorry. Editor of Organizer, Praful Ketkar, RSS prominent journalist and a good friend of mine. Sorry.
Arnab, this itself is a wrong proposition. Quoting Oxford Dictionary. Quoting Oxford Dictionary to justify secularism in India is an insult to the constitution makers, because they categorically said that this European idea of separating church from state is not applicable to India, And if Indian concept of Sarva Dharma Samabhava or Sarva Pantha Samabhava, that is equal respect for all religions is there, then we have been practicing this in ancient times. So we don't need this word. Then how did this word brought in?
Please
give me one simple answer. Please give me one simple answer. From 1949 to 1976, there was no word called secularism in Indian Constitution. To make the politics communal, the secularism word was brought in to interpret it as minority appeasement. Please give me an answer. From 1949 to 1976, we were more secular in the state conduct, in our political conduct, or after bringing this word, we have become more secular or more communal? Give me simple answer.
Yeah, okay. So one, I want Atikur Rahman to respond to that. May I get Atikur Rahman to respond to that? What Prafulla Ketkar is asking today, thank you. What Prafulla Ketkar is asking today, please adjust your camera there, America. What Prafulla Ketkar is asking today is that after the introduction of the word secular, and have we become more secular or less secular? Now that's very important because Rajiv Gandhi passed the Muslim Women Protection of Divorce Act 1986. The Shah Bano judgment was overturned by Rajiv Gandhi in 1986, which put Muslim appeasement over human rights and women's rights. That happened after the word secular was put. Sonia Gandhi tried to introduce...
One more fact.
Yes.
He made a wrong argument that pseudo-secular was brought in by some pseudo-Hindus. It is a wrong argument, factually wrong. It was Father Anthony Elenjimettum in 1951 called Nehru and his policy towards the refugees coming from Pakistan as pseudo-secular.
I think two very solid points we need to have it countered. And viewers, please remember one point which has not yet been dealt with is the biggest point in the debate, which Vishnu Shankar Jain said, that Ambedkar was against the word secular being introduced. None of the panelists on the other side have been able to counter him. Atikur Rahman, please answer the question put by Prafulla Ketkar this evening.
Entire Constituent Assembly discussed it twice and decided that we should...
I take your point. Let Atikur respond to you now. Let Atikur respond to you now.
Look at the paradox, Arnab. At the one time you say that we need to move on, and we are again, Mr. Ketkar also, Mr. Vishnu Jain also is quoting the Constituent Assembly. Why are you taking secularism as a concept only in a political context? And I have studied secularism, shall I say that since 1857 or much before it, when Babar gave the will to his son that don't kill the cows because it is sacred to Hindu. So I do not take the
audio is not clear. Please fix Atikur's audio. 1 minute. Atikur, your audio is not clear. I'm fixing you back. I'm getting your audio back. Pulla Rao will come into the debate. Vishnu Shankar Jain, wait a minute. We're fixing audios. One person's audio not good, so don't interrupt. Pulla Rao, can you hear me? Pulla Rao, see,
I can hear you.
Your arguments are weak. Your arguments are not factual. Your arguments are not technical. Ambedkar was against the use of the word secular separately, true or false? Was Ambedkar and the entire Constituent Assembly against the introduction of the word secular?
Couple of minutes. You want the Uniform Civil Code? Yes. That came from the Napoleonic Code of 1804. That served the basis for the British Civil Code. You want to dump all of that? Dump it. You will get negative secularism. Then you come to 1950. Let me finish, please. I need 2 minutes. I listen 40 minutes. Then you come to 1958. It is the Constitution of the French Republic which introduced the word secularism. And that's where the whole hijab and dress issue of France is going on. I think Mr. Jain, learned though may be, and Mr. Sharda, maybe you're confusing the issue. You want secularism, and then you don't want its practice. And you want the Uniform Civil Code, and you want to dump the Napoleonic Code. Make up your minds. And Justice Khanna, what did he say?
No, you are confusing, sir.
Let me finish. I heard you. This is a simple debate. This is a simple debate.
It is
one
a
more
very
sentence.
simple debate.
One more. See, Mr. Ketkar, learn to listen. Learn to listen. Others are listening. Others are listening. You learn to listen. It doesn't matter. No. This is too much.
Do you support this procedural part?
Let me tell you. Okay, you criticize me later. Justice Khanna, what did he say? Some of these arguments seem to go back to the French Constitution. That's what he said. The French Republic. Go through the proceedings. And I agree with Mr. Jain. November 18th, we'll see more and more openings. But my stance is, if you want the Uniform Civil Code, you can't dump the Napoleonic Code. You can't dump it. You can't dump it.
We don't
all
have
the civil laws
so
of
we
India.
have to go to Constitution.
All the
we
civil
have to
laws
go to the
of India.
Constituent Assembly.
Forget the Constituent Assembly. There have been
We can't because it is the spirit of the Constitution. Our Constitution makers and the Constituent Assembly decided the spirit of the Constitution, not French Revolution.
What Mr. America did not mention, maybe he forgot about it. Why was this idea of secularism in Indira Gandhi's time was because there was a rise of a movement called Anand Margis. Correct or not?
No, I think you are completely confused, Pullarao.
No.
I will have to come in and contradict you. Sorry, Pullarao, you are unfortunately, I don't want to call you names. I never insult people on my program, but you are fully a Macaulay's child. You are a Macaulay's child. Your entire thinking of the world is Macaulay, and if I take you back, you can't go before Napoleon. Please understand, Mr. Pullarao, that the rule of law is the basis of any democracy. It has not been invented by Macaulay. Second, the idea of equality of gender, equality of birth is enshrined in the Vedas, which go many thousand years back before Europe was even civilized. So I don't know what you're talking about. You are just unlinked things. The point is, you're not.
The laws are there.
What?
The laws are there. What are the laws? You want those laws?
What laws? What laws?
Asking Mr. Jain.
What laws?
That's what the Justice Khanna has referred to it or not? To the French.
Justice Khanna, one minute. Just 1 minute. With the greatest of respect, 1 minute. The fact that Justice Khanna has referred to certain French laws / norms / history / background does not mean that the Vedas don't exist.
No, who said the Vedas?
But that's but I'm referring to the Vedas. You can't. I'm sorry. Every reference in the Supreme Court is not the only reference existing in the world.
In irrelevant things, you talk about yourself.
No, 1 minute. The point is, try to make it a philosophical debate because you're losing the political debate. You are losing the political debate. I feel sorry for you. You are not being able to win the political debate. The political debate is more important. This country has to have a political debate on secularism. I'll make it simple for you, Atikur Rahman. For politicians in this country, if you are for Islam, you are secular. If you are for Christianity, you are secular. If you are anti-Hindu, you are secular. You cannot be pro-Hindu and secular. Simple. Simple. Which is why Sonia Gandhi said in the Communal Violence Bill, Hindus are always the perpetrators. Hindus are the evil ones. Hindus are the attackers. Hindus can never be the victims. That is secularism. By which definition, in which world is that secularism? Shabano judgment was secularism.
Arnab,
Atikur?
am I audible?
Atikur?
Am I audible, Arnab?
You are loudly audible. You support Zakir Naik. You support Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik gave money to the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. Was that a secular thing to do? 50 lakh rupees were given by Zakir Naik's NGO to the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. Was that given in the name of secularism? 20 million Bangladeshis have entered India in the name of secularism.
You are narrowing down the debate on secularism.
Of course I will narrow it down.
The primary question which the court asked Mr. Vishnu Jain is that do you want India secular? He fails to answer. And today too he is giving a Western concept of secularism, saying that can Mr. Atikur Rahman say that all religions are equal? It is not this Western concept which India has adopted, Mr. Vishnu Jain. It is equality.
Sorry, Atikur Rahman.
One minute. What Prafulla Ketkar countering right now? Only Prafulla Ketkar countering.
This is absolutely Indian concept. It is Gandhi.
Prafula Ketkar, louder, clear.
Equal respect to all religions. Sarva Dharma Samabhava was the word used.
I want audio for Prafula Ketkar, for God's sake. Louder.
Do you believe that all religions are same and equal? That is Indian concept. Separation of church and state is the Western concept. That is what our constitution makers discuss.
The treatment of all religions equally in the eyes of the government is secularism. That's the Indian concept. Do you agree with it? Do you agree with it?
Audio not clear at all. Please,
equal protection to all religions.
Yeah, but the network, the person has to check the background before. Yeah, I'm losing audio on a very interesting debate. Vishnu Shankar Jain is on the debate. You want me to be specific?
Constitution makers
You want me to be
discuss the Western idea and then say
Vishnu Shankar Jain now. Vishnu Shankar Jain versus.
Can I give some examples?
Yeah, Vishnu
Very
Shankar versus
examples I want to give.
Yeah.
Arnab, there is one provision under section 18 of the Dargah Khwaja Sahib Act. And the provision is that if any offering is made in the Dargah Khwaja Sahib, under Rule 18, I am telling you, it is to be decided by the donor that what is to be done with this offering. No such provision of law is there for any other section of the society, and this provision of law is secular. The entire Waqf Act is a classic example of secularism. Arnab, you will remember and recall that there was Hajj subsidy which was given in this country, which was struck down by Allahabad High Court in 2007. That was a classic piece of secularism. The Satchar Committee report is a classic piece of secularism. When the Prime Minister of this country said that Muslims have the first right over the resources of this country, it was a classic piece of secularism. There were Akhilesh Yadav government was releasing terrorists in 2013. That was a classic piece of secularism. There was Muhammad Ali Johar University which was opened in Uttar Pradesh. It was a classic example of secularism. Azam Khan, who was a minister in Uttar Pradesh, never took the oath on the constitution and became the minister. That was a classic example of secularism. There are so many laws, Minorities Act 1994, the entire minority politics which is going on is in violation of the principles of secularism. Then also we are secular. The temples are being taken over by the government. So many temples, 35,000 temples in Karnataka have been taken over by the government. We are secular. No mosque or no church in this country has been acquired by the government. And Arnab, I want to ask a last question to Atikur Rahman. Have you ever heard of what, sir? Temple of Justice, Mosque of Justice or Church of Justice? Why there is always called Temple of Justice? Because in Temple of Justice there is always a deity who is sitting. And today we see in the corridor of the Supreme Court, what is the argument which is raised? That this statue of justice, which has been introduced by the Chief Justice of India, must be there is an opposition.
Mr. Jain, now listen to me. You had your say, sir.
Which has been introduced in the museum of the Supreme Court.
Sir, you had your say.
People who are saying in the Supreme Court that in the Supreme Court function you should not come with your temple. You should not come with your. You should not have religiosity on your speech. You are forcing the people of this country to be secular. People are not secular. The government is secular. The government should not discriminate between the citizens.
Louder for Vishnu.
But how can you force me?
Arnab, the arguments which Mr. Jain is quoting right now, I dare him to quote the same thing in the court on the next hearing, and the court will be throwing them off saying you have juvenile arguments. You have juvenile arguments. You cannot describe secularism giving examples of it is nutshell concocted.
Vishnu, louder. He's speaking louder.
And to the irony is that people think the petition has been dismissed. Whatever was argued in the court was not reported properly.
Come on now.
Sir, what you are daring me? You are daring me on a live channel that I'll argue in the court. Definitely I'll argue it. You should have the guts to come and oppose the court. You have the guts to come and in the Supreme Court and come and debate with me in the Supreme Court.
I cannot imagine he argue.
You are daring me. Arnab, he is daring me for a minute, sir. You are daring me that whether I will argue all these things in the Supreme Court. I am daring you. Whether you will come to the Supreme Court and face these arguments. I dare you, come.
No, I ask you
whether you will come to the Supreme Court.
I will do so.
No, sir, please tell me. You dared me. I accepted your dare. I am now asking you whether you will come to the Supreme Court on 18th of November 2024 and face the argument and oppose this.
This is not before the court. The court had asked you a simple question. Will you answer the question?
You are actually governed by the reporting of Mr. Rashid. You are governed by the reporting of Mr. Rashid. Mr. Rashid's reporting is not the Supreme Court's reporting. Mr. Rashid, what he reported in his website is not what happened in the Supreme Court. I'm sorry, sir.
I don't know who is Rashid. I do not know who is Rashid.
I also don't know who Rashid is. I don't know who Rashid is.
A simple question. Do you want
Pularao is saying something. Pularao.
Yeah. You talked about politics. You talked about the need for a political argument. Is such a thing necessary? Secularism has its own positive things, as the judge said. It means everything to everyone. The judge has said that. Why don't we accept that? I appeal to Mr. Jain. He's a great lawyer. I follow him and all that. But why not leave it at that? Why not there be a certain vagueness in our democracy? So that we all get ahead.
Prafulla Ketkar stepping into Pularao. Prafulla Ketkar.
Simple question. From 49 to 75, we were more secular or we have become more communal after introducing this term. If constitution makers had discussed this term and decided not to have it and still have provisions related to minority rights, what was so necessary during emergency when entire opposition was in jail, nobody had demanded, there was no discussion, no voting, and through presidential order, the amendment was introduced and such words. So we have introduced more communalism in the name of secularism because we don't have an organized religious structure, sir. You are following French dictum, but French idea was separation of church and state. What are you going to separate from whom in India? That's why Gandhi was very clear that
religion away from public space, which is what you want, which is what you're fighting for.
Equal respect for all religions by the state has been our idea. Equal respect is the idea. The problem is
now this issue of equal respect, when this issue comes, there is something called the Bharat Joro Yatra. Rahul Gandhi goes and meets a Catholic priest and they say he's a great man, and he says to Rahul Gandhi that Jesus is the real God, not like Shakti. Jesus is the real God, not like Shakti. What happens when there is a word sec? What action is taken against that Catholic priest? Or when Owaisi says that dekh lo kya hone wala hai, we are 20%, you are 80%, we'll teach you a lesson. Or when Tawqir Raza plans a mass conversion ceremony for Hindus. Or Udayanidhi Stalin says, eradicate and abolish Sanatan Dharma. What if Udayanidhi Stalin had said, eradicate Islam, eradicate Christianity, eradicate Sikhism, eradicate Jainism? What would have happened in this country? You see, in the name of secularism, you people have become anti-Hindu. And Hindus are becoming very assertive. You have a problem with that. That Hindus are not taking this rubbish lying down anymore. Hindus have woken up. Hindus are clear.
Secularism is very pro-Hindu. I don't know why Mr. Ketkar is saying this. He wants secularism. I don't know why he's opposing it.
No, I am saying when Salman Khurshid's niece, right, tries to provoke Muslims asking for jihad, voto ki jihad. Is that all of this has happened after Indira Gandhi brought the word secularism. So his question is relevant. Were we more secular before this emergency or after emergency? During emergency, you brought in the word secularism.
Not just that. This idea of pan-Islamism, Sir Tan Se Juda mindset, all these things are actually emboldened. Why there was, so much of outrage.
Okay. Let's move fast. America responding. Last few minutes of the debate. America.
We are less secular the last decade than we had been ever before. The need for secularism...
Were we secular when Congress leaders massacred Sikhs in Delhi?
No, listen, if you want to talk, I just walk out. I don't interrupt you. Next time I interrupt you, I'll walk out.
Parliamentary amendment.
Okay, thank you, sir. Bye.
No, you don't have to run away. Shouldn't.
No, wait. He doesn't have to. No, you need to regulate your speakers.
If you don't have the guts to do it, let me just walk out.
No, but you didn't like my question. I got under your skin. I asked you a question. I asked you a question. Were Congress leaders, was Jagdish Titler secular when he was allegedly involved in massacring Sikhs? Was Jagdish Titler and the Congress secular?
I don't need to be here.
Was Jagdish Titler and the Congress secular? Was Jagdish Titler and the Congress secular? I'll ask the question 1,000 times. Were the Congress people who were involved in the 1984 massacre secular? I'll ask the question 1,000 times. You don't like it, but I'll repeat the question.
You just don't follow what you say.
I'm asking you the question. I follow and you follow, but you don't want to listen to what I'm saying because you're afraid of the question and the intensity with which it is asked.
And what's the point?
Then tell me today, was Jagdish Titler secular when he was massacring Sikhs? When Sikhs were being killed by Congress leaders, were those Congress leaders secular?
I don't need to be with you.
And Sonia Gandhi led UPA government giving an affidavit in the court to relieve him from all the accusations.
He's walked out of the debate, ladies and gentlemen. That's not secular to do either.
Well, let me take his place. I think he was raising some points of interest, and I would only ask Mr. Jain whether he is doing the right thing for his larger objective. For his larger objective, what you have been, I want to ask you, I'm not heckling you.
Arnab, can I respond?
For the larger objective,
can I ask a question to Mr. Rao? Arnab, can I ask a question to Mr. Rao?
Yeah, go on.
See, the point is this, Mr. Rao, I think send you, if I will have your number, I'll send you the constitution of AIMIM. Please read the constitution of AIMIM. Arnab, you'll be shocked to know the constitution of AIMIM. The entire constitution of that political party is formed on the basis of giving appeasement and benefits to the members of the Muslim community, no other section of the society. And then the party has given a declaration, Arnab, you will be shocked to know, under section 29A of the Representation of People Act, that we will follow the principles of socialism and secularism. How this is secular? Arnab, we are in a country where the governments have been dismissed on the principles of socialism and secularism. But when Ram Navami violence happened in West Bengal, nothing happened. We have seen the government, so many governments has been dismissed after Ayodhya judgment, after Ayodhya demolition on 6th December 1992.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a hot debate. I think, first of all, I'd correct myself for saying that petition was rejected. Let me say that what will happen on the 18th of November should be followed by everyone in the country. And let me also add that we need to debate whether we need the word secular separately within the Constitution when we are secular anyway. When I'm back, why was Kharge insulted? Was he insulted? Just in a few minutes.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
Director, the taste of success.
Now, back to the debate with Arnab.
दलित समाज को इस्तेमाल करना अगर कोई जानता है तो वो गांधी परिवार और कांग्रेस पार्टी। एक तस्वीर है ये देखिए। ये तस्वीर क्यों दिखा रहा हूं मैं आपको बताता हूं। यहां आगे बैठी हैं श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी, प्रियंका गांधी वाड्रा, और पीछे बैठे हैं कांग्रेस पार्टी के अध्यक्ष मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी, जो कि पिछड़े समाज से आते हैं। ये क्या दर्शाता है? ये दर्शाता है नाम के लिए, राजनीतिक लाभ के लिए हम लोग पिछड़े समाज के व्यक्ति को किसी पद पे बैठाएंगे लेकिन रिमोट कंट्रोल से चलाएंगे, उसको सम्मान नहीं देंगे। और एक और वीडियो सार्वजनिक हुआ कल, जिसका जिक्र करना अनिवार्य है, और कोई ये नहीं कह सकता कि ये मेरा अंदरूनी मामला है। आप टिकट किसे दें, ये आपका अंदरूनी मामला है। अध्यक्ष कौन बनाए, ये आपका अंदरूनी मामला है। लेकिन अगर एक नेता है, वो पिछड़े समाज से आता है, और जिस कमरे में नामांकन हो रहा था उस कमरे के दरवाजे को बंद कर दिया जाए और एक व्यक्ति झांक रहा हो पीछे से, और वो व्यक्ति कोई और नहीं मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी थे।
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic. From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. At time now for the nation's sharpest opinion, and the visual of the day should be full frame on the screen. It shows Mallikarjun Kharge, 81-year-old Congress president, at least president in name, even though he's not effectively the president. We all know that. Can we run the pictures, please? He is the Congress president in name, but the visuals show Mallikarjun Kharge standing behind a door. Can we pull the visuals out, please? Show Mallikarjun Kharge standing behind the door, being stopped from entering the room where Priyanka Vadra is filing her nomination papers. He wants to enter. He's told, no, wait. Only if you're a member of the family can you go inside. He says, I'm the Congress president. But they say nothing doing. I'll have to take permission from the Gadri Vadra family, and then obviously instruction goes back where he's told, you wait outside. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is really humiliating. Rahul Gandhi wants a census in the army, a caste census and caste reservations in the railways, in bureaucracy, in the military, in the judiciary, even in the halwa ceremony of the finance minister. He also wants a caste census in the Miss India competition. But this is the way they treat the first Dalit president of the Congress party. Really shameful. These visuals are sad, despondent, confused looking Mallikarjun Kharge being told to wait out, while 3 generations of the Gandhi Vadra family. I have the other shots also on the other side. Maybe we can contrast the visuals on 2 sides. Him waiting out while the members are, there you see the entire members of the Vadra Gandhi family are sitting inside, Congress president standing outside. The kind of humiliation that Mallikarjun Kharge was made to go through. This video being tweeted by BJP leaders, believed to be of yesterday. Mallikarjun Kharge being rudely told to stand outside, being forced to peek through inside the room through the door, trying to catch a glimpse. He's come all the way to Wayanad to participate. Can we run the visuals again? He's come all the way to Wayanad to participate in that nomination of Priyanka Vadra. But I think this is a family-only kind of function. So he's told to wait out. Ladies and gentlemen, this also raises questions about how there is a divide even within the Congress leadership between members of the Vadra Gandhi family and everyone else. We all know how badly Sitaram Kesari was treated. He was treated so badly, almost physically assaulted because Sonia Gandhi wanted to be Congress president. So a group of leaders from the Congress party almost assaulted their former president, and now this president is being made to go through this abject and terrible, terrible humiliation, ladies and gentlemen. It also brings back memories of how uncomfortable Sonia Gandhi was with the rising prominence of Narasimha Rao, that she did not even forgive him after he passed away. Why? Because he carved a place for himself. Because he opened up the economy, he was respected. And that's why Manmohan Singh carried on as a sort of, very weak, meek, servile kind of prime minister, because he realized that if he were to assert himself a wee bit, he would be treated in the way that Sitaram Kesari had been, that Narasimha Rao has been, and Mallikarjun Kharge is today. So, ladies and gentlemen, the big controversy of the day, the terrible, terrible humiliation of Mallikarjun Kharge by the Vadra Gandhi family. Let's debate.
Watch this video tweeted by BJP from the day when Priyanka Gandhi Vadra filed her nominations from Wayanad. Video shows how Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge was allegedly kept outside to wait as Priyanka filed her nominations. He peeped, he waited, and then he was abandoned. Now take a look at this picture. Sonia Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and Rahul Gandhi seated in the front row, and Kharge, who is a Dalit leader, has been seated behind as alleged by the BJP. The Congress is refuting to BJP's allegations. The BJP, meanwhile, says Congress, like always, has put family first.
यहां आगे बैठी हैं श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी, प्रियंका गांधी वाड्रा, और पीछे बैठे हैं कांग्रेस पार्टी के अध्यक्ष मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी, जो कि पिछड़े समाज से आते हैं. यह दर्शाता है नाम के लिए, राजनीतिक लाभ के लिए हम लोग पिछड़े समाज के व्यक्ति को किसी पद पे बैठाएंगे, लेकिन रिमोट कंट्रोल से चलाएंगे.
Family first preference in Congress party? Let's debate.
Very sad, actually, these visuals. What do they represent? The question will become of representation, and sometimes, unless this had been captured on camera, it could have been denied. It's captured on camera. But then, why make a big deal of it? See, what happens is, Shazia, if he has been humiliated, why are you doubling the humiliation by having a press conference over it? He was humiliated, he was insulted, he was standing outside. And then he came, sat at the back and all that. But why are you making it more embarrassing for him by doing a press conference on this?
First of all, I would like to say that it's so not just embarrassing, it feels sad to see somebody who's 81 years old out there, that he being a Dalit leader. And not just that, keeping in mind Rahul Gandhi's complete insistence on the whole caste census and how he goes around pointing out and asking people as to which caste they're from, keeping that in mind, and also the fact that he is the party president. The visual of him peeping in, it's so pathetic. I really feel sorry for Mallikarjun Kharge ji. I feel sorry for the voters, and I feel sorry for the leaders of Congress party, that this is what it takes to be close to this parivar, to have to suffer humiliation at this cost. I mean, it's just not.
Are you not adding to his humiliation by keeping on talking about it?
Not at all. Nobody's adding in and the injury. I mean, you are literally mocking your senior leader. You don't care about his age. You don't care about the fact that he's the big Dalit face of your party. You're running him down. You're showing him his place. You're keeping him outside. He's trying to peep through like a child, trying to make his way in. I mean, come on, what can be worse than this? You are humiliating a leader such as Mallikarjun Kharge ji. I felt very sad, and I think everybody, including Congress people, did. It was, it was pitiable. The way the visuals played out. One felt sorry for the state of affairs in the Congress party. I have a lot more to say about Priyanka Vadra, but just talking about insulting of a senior and the biggest Dalit face and the most senior leader of your party, not done. Totally not done.
Yeah, he does look distraught, no doubt. I want reactions from the other side to this terrible incident, yes, which has been captured on camera.
Arnab, can I respond?
Yes, please. Be my guest.
First of all, I think Arnab, the Bharatiya Janata Party should change their name to Puppad Janata Party. The kind of absurd incidents that they want to talk about with Puppad Janata Party, the stereotypical Puppa in a shadi who will have a problem with every single thing under the sun. Why is there too much sugar? Why is there too less sugar? That is the kind of attitude that they have.
Thank you for elevating the intellectual level of my program.
No. We are talking about the intellectual level of the program, Arnab. We are talking about the statements of a man who used to see two Rahul Gandhis. Himanta Biswa Sharma. Where is the proof for...
Why are you so anti Himanta Biswa Sharma?
No. Because he's the one who's most prominently commenting on this. And the most important thing, have your team checked the veracity of the video that was tweeted out by fake IT cell chief Amit Malviya?
But are you saying this video is not true? Not from yesterday?
To me, that looks like a fake video. No.
Are you saying this video is not from yesterday?
I am saying this.
Are you saying this video is not from Wayanad from yesterday?
I am saying the video is doctored. It is from
how can you doctor? It's a real video.
It looks like it has the veracity of
this
the
is not Mallikarjun Kharge?
No. This is
one minute. Shazia, he's saying this man looks like Mallikarjun Kharge. It's not Mallikarjun Kharge.
No, I am saying it's a doctored video. I am not saying it's Mallikarjun Kharge. I am not saying it's a real individual. I am not saying it's an old video.
This and the other visual of the others sitting.
And after some time, Robert Vadra got up and allowed Mallikarjun Kharge to come in because only 5 people were allowed. This has been acknowledged by the Congress party. So I don't know which party you are representing, but it's clearly not even Congress. So you're fake Congress also.
No.
So I don't know what you are.
I am talking merely about the video, Shazia. I am merely talking about the video. I am not saying whether 5 people were admitted or 5 were not admitted. Kharge Sahab was outside or not outside.
Listen to your party. Listen to your party leaders. Listen to your party leaders. Come prepared and then speak. Come prepared and speak. Nobody's denying that the video is there, but the fact that
now the fact is that we see here. No, but in the order, there is a.
It's beyond me.
First of all, I believe that the BJP is, by keeping on repeating this issue, is bringing this unfortunate incident into public focus. But one does feel bad for him. He has a sense that I've come out.
But why not? People should know the true character.
Because it's already, this humiliation must be terrible for him. You having a press conference is highlighting it.
Yes, we need to expose the true face of Congress party. And
but what does this have to do with him being a Dalit leader? You know, Abhishek, the argument is that it's a Dalit leader who has been insulted. Why emphasize the Dalit fact that he's a Dalit leader? Why keep that emphasis?
No, look, Mr.
Louder, please, Abhishek.
Look, Mr. Goswami, first of all, it's not a fake video. It's not a fake video. If it was a fake video, the Congress party would have decried it and they would have made a mountain out of a molehill. What was a fake video was the video they ran of the Honorable Home Minister during the campaign. But anyway, that's besides the point. This is an absolutely genuine video. And as Shazia said, he was later, quote unquote, allowed into the room. Now, Mr. Goswami, the party which speaks of a caste census, the party which speaks of equality and equity in its manifesto, the party whose leader, Rahul Gandhi, says that, you know, my own family has played a role in systematically suppressing the OBCs and Dalits of this country. The same Rahul Gandhi, Abhishek, who asked for a caste census at every given opportunity, every possible opportunity, he should be exposed. Because this is how you treat the Dalit leaders of your party. And not just an ordinary Dalit leader. We already saw how they treated Kumari Selja in Haryana. Now, this is the Congress
Please
party.
Please don't laugh, Mr. Mika. Let him complete his point.
Gets to sit down. Robert Vadra gets a seat at the table. But Mallikarjun Kharge is left waiting outside. This is unbelievable. You know, this video is extremely important because the voter today can see the doublespeak of the Congress party. This is how they treat the party president who happens to be a Dalit. They will bring justice for the Dalits. They will talk of Arakshan. You are not even allowing Mallikarjun Kharge to sit down. This is once again the Congress party showing its true face. This is a party of elitists. This is a party of castes. They think they have a God-given right to rule over this country, Mr. Goswami. They go to Wayanad. What connection does Priyanka Gandhi have to Wayanad? What has Rahul Gandhi done for Wayanad? Rahul Gandhi says Wayanad will have 2 MPs, him and his sister, which means his sister is a puppet. Is that what Rahul Gandhi is saying? Rahul Gandhi has come to epitomize the royal family of India. Rahul Gandhi, you know, he's like Prince Charles, who's now King Charles, waiting to be king. You know, he thinks he can go wherever he wants, say whatever he wants, ask people for their caste, bring up caste at every given possible opportunity, and then insult the tallest Dalit leader of his party. Mr. Kharge's caste, and I say this clearly, Mr. Goswami, Mr. Kharge has been treated this way by the Congress party because of his caste. They treat him, this is a tokenism. This is tokenism.
You're saying he was insulted yesterday because he's a Dalit?
Them so poorly. I am telling you that. They are treated.
You know, Arnab, my good friend Abhishek will come to a debate and tell you how the Congress party is nepotistic because the Congress party's president is a sitting minister in the Karnataka government. But today he somehow feels that the president of the Congress party is being ill-treated because he's a Dalit. Come on, Abhishek, you need to look outside the past when you talk about this thing.
Did he not say that my family has suppressed the Dalits of this country? Has Rahul Gandhi not said, I was part of the system that suppressed the Dalits?
You're too smart to be taking statements out of context.
What out of context? Why did he say it
Your party is known for it. I understand. Your party is known for taking statements out of context.
How can you say it's a fake video?
No. Earlier on, you were saying what connection does Priyanka Gandhi have with Wayanad? What connection does the Prime Minister have with Varanasi? What connection a bunch of individuals who are protesting from other constituencies rather than yet the people of the constituency vote them into power? This is not a royal family. You are calling the Gandhi a royal family of India. What they are Democrats. They are people who win the hearts of the people.
That is how they behave. That is how the Gandhis behave. They behave like they have a God-given right to rule.
The point being made tonight. The point being made tonight on the debate. 1 minute. 1 minute. May I have your attention, please? The point being made on the debate tonight is that this one family is anti-Dalit and anti-backward. And you know,
allegation being
1 minute. We all know.
You don't need to respond to him. Let him speak, Arnab.
I don't need your permission to speak. You understand?
I am just asking my friend not to respond to you.
Yeah, but he doesn't need your advice, and I don't need your approval.
Go ahead. Build your narrative.
Do you think that if you tell me not to go ahead, I won't go ahead?
It is so comical. Why will I say no?
Yeah. So tell me one thing.
This is the arrogance
Babu
of Congress Party.
Jagjeevan Ram.
Your program and try to run your program.
Babu Jagjeevan Ram was such a staunch ally of Indira Gandhi, and the Dalit community wanted him to become the Prime Minister.
Yes.
But Indira Gandhi forced him to quit.
Told you.
Forced him to quit and for launch his own party.
And the same Jagjeevan Ram's daughter, Meera Kumar, was the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, while Sonia Gandhi was the President of the Congress Party.
So that makes it okay. How shoddily you treated her father. You treated her father so shoddily.
If indeed the Congress Party treated the father shoddily, the daughter would certainly not be in the party.
This is the Congress Party.
Terrible.
This is the Congress Party for you. We will ill-treat you when we want to. We will reward you when we want to. We will throw scraps at you. You accept the scraps.
In fact, Meera Kumar ji should have. Meera Kumar, whether it's Meera Kumar ji or it's Mallikarjun Kharge, they should not allow this behavior. They should stand up to it and call this family out.
Why did this family insult B.R. Ambedkar, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar?
What?
Why did this family insult Dr. B.R. Ambedkar?
Why are you feeling ignorance and
will
shock?
tell you. Arnab, can I speak?
Don't you know how
I had enough amusement
every time he contested?
No. Okay, Meka. First of all, Meka.
B.R. Ambedkar resign.
Why? No. They gave each other. They gave each other Bharat Ratnas, but they forgot about Ambedkar. Now Rahul Gandhi wants to say.
Yes.
That he wants to support Dalits. His family has been the most anti-Dalit, anti-backward caste. He was given a Bharat Ratna posthumously by the VP Singh government with the support of the BJP.
You are
Arnab, earlier on awards were not conferred posthumously. That was the consensus.
You are factually incorrect.
I am never factually incorrect.
Even
Never.
Gandhiji did not get a Bharat Ratna. Even Gandhiji did not get a Bharat Ratna. Now, are you going to tell me that the Congress Party and the BJP's governments have both been disrespectful towards Gandhiji? The simple thing is that earlier the principle was that you do not confer these titles and awards posthumously, but the VP Singh government did so on B.R. Ambedkar, and perfectly fine, nothing wrong with that. And when you talk about the fact that the Congress Party was fielding candidates against B.R. Ambedkar, you are very cleverly missing the point that B.R. Ambedkar was a person from a different party who was inducted into the cabinet by Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, who had a complete majority. And was
yes, and then discarded from the cabinet. And then discarded from the cabinet. You treated the architect of the constitution so shabbily that he had to resign. He said, I cannot serve in this government anymore. Pandit Nehru did not listen to any of his suggestions. Pandit Nehru did not listen to B.R. Ambedkar. That is why Dr. Ambedkar had to resign.
What did Johnson do with B.R. Ambedkar? What did Johnson do with Dr. Ambedkar?
Was not allowed to complete his full term.
Did you campaign for him? Did you campaign
and you know how Sitaram Kesri was treated?
Bringing mud at the Dalits and Dr. Ambedkar while you were still in your nascent stages. Now you remember Dr. Ambedkar. Now you remember Gandhiji.
1 minute. You said.
One more point.
Nikhil. No. 1 minute. They don't know their point. They don't know their facts. And they are debating here with me. And he says to me tonight, Shazia, he says we had a policy on not posthumously giving Bharat Ratna. Are bhai, was Rajiv Gandhi not given Bharat Ratna posthumously after his assassination? Rules are different for our family. For this family, the same rules don't apply. The rules apply for Ambedkar, not for the Vadras.
Arnab, can you please look at...
Was Rajiv Gandhi given the Bharat Ratna posthumously?
Was Rajiv Gandhi given a Bharat Ratna in 1960 or 1970 or 1980? What I am saying is, until the 80s, awards were not conferred posthumously. That was the accepted norm.
Nehru gave himself one, is it?
Nehru gave himself. Nehru could have given to
Nehru gave himself one. That's okay.
Okay, I ask you one question. Since Bharat, 1 minute. I'll ask a question here. Now listen to me very carefully. Viewers, some of the stuff that I say becomes controversial, but I can assure you it is damn correct, because I don't go by what these Congi textbooks read.
Now mind your language.
Then what do you go by?
Congress textbooks. Happy?
Yes.
WhatsApp forward the
Congress
BJP.
textbooks happy.
Speak properly.
What are
Then
you
I
doing?
need to
WhatsApp
call you
forward
Godi
to
media.
BJP.
If you use that
You
language,
call me Godi, I'll
I'm
call
going
you
to use
Piddy.
that
Doesn't make any difference. I'll give it back to you 20 times. You are Piddy to the square of infinity.
You are a Godi media.
And you're a Piddy politician.
You are a
Now,
sold
what
out
happened to
media.
You're a Piddy politician.
What happened to an intellectual
How dare
debate,
you
Arnab?
call Khange? What do you mean?
Congi
Speak
is
properly.
an affectionate word.
Speak properly. Speak properly.
Congi is
Don't
the affectionate
lecture me.
abbreviation.
Don't lecture me. Speak properly.
Okay, now listen to me.
You are on national
Now
television.
listen to me. Listen, I have been on national television since I was born. Now listen to me. Yeah, now listen to me. If you know when you can make out when people can't respond to you, you know when you can make out people can't match you intellectually, when their only response to you is ha ha ha.
Oh,
That's the only response he has.
Oh, do you have
Match me if you can.
Wow.
My question is, why did Nehru say?
Where is it?
Why did Nehru say that people who come in to jobs through reservations are second rate? Why did he say that? Why did Nehru insult people from OBCs and Dalits by calling them second rate? Second rate?
He wrote about
OBC reservation.
Nehru called people, called Dalits and backward caste second rate. Did he not? Did he not?
Please show the statement. Please show the statement
Show
with the
the
proof and the
statement.
context.
This is exactly
With
what
the
he
proof
said.
and the context.
What context?
To you.
What context?
Did he say that to you?
What context?
What is the context?
What do you
Show
mean
the
did he say
statement
that to
with
me?
proof, with context, and then let's
What
discuss
do you mean did he say it to me? I wasn't born in his time, maybe you were.
What context?
Exactly. What are we even talking about?
I am talking about what he said.
24.
I am talking about what he said, Jain. Mr. Jain, you don't behave like his, like this, his great grandson. Nehru, when he was asked about reservations and its results, said, I strongly dislike any kind of reservation.
Yeah.
And he was told
When and
why.
where?
He said any kind of reservation
When
in
and
jobs
where?
or in service, don't interrupt me. Any kind of reservation in job in service, I dislike it because it leads to inefficiency and second rate standards. So he called the people who were brought into jobs through reservations second rate. That is the biggest insult. The biggest insult. The biggest ever insult was by the first Prime Minister of India to the Dalit community. Apologize for it. Apologize for it. Don't be hypocritical.
When and where did Prime Minister Nehru say that? Can you please quote that?
When, where, what was he doing before breakfast, after breakfast? The Prime Minister quoted this on the floor of the Assembly. Floor of the Lok Sabha, it was quoted. You people don't believe what he said? Nehru was a Macaulay's child. Nehru was a Macaulay's child. Anything to do with Hinduism for him was superstition. He was anti-Sengol and anti-Hinduism.
Okay.
No.
And anti-Dalit also, as I have just proven. He was only pro-China.
People who make sense when they talk, not about people who say...
Yeah, so did Ajay Kumar of the Congress make sense when he insulted Draupadi Murmu? When he said that she represents an evil philosophy because she's a tribal leader? He called her evil because she's a tribal leader? You think we'll forget that?
No, nobody ever...
And then you insult Mallikarjun Kharge?
Nobody ever said that. Arnab, how many times will you have to shift the goalpost in the debate? We started by
goalpost? Goalpost, the score is 100-0 right now. You can't even face me.
Then you go on to... I am sitting here, right here, facing you.
And all that Mika can do is ha ha.
Debate with the BJP. No, trying to have a debate with the BJP.
He can't even debate with me.
I'm ending now by
You are giving Kapil Sharma a run for his money every day evening. Do you understand that?
You see, I'll tell you, you can say, I don't know who's that, but you are the people who called Dalit Chief Minister Anjaya a buffoon. You want me to list? Jagjivan Ram was insulted by you. You insulted Ambedkar. Nehru said people who come in through jobs are second rate if they come in through reservations.
Go ahead.
No, what do you mean go ahead? You can't even answer a single question. You are shaking in your boots. You can't even answer. You don't have one counter for me. I have pulverized and pummeled you in the debate.
Arnab,
speaking, I didn't even open my mouth till now.
No, you can run away because you can't face me. Don't say I'm leaving in anger. You can say you've destroyed me. I have no face to show. Wherever I will go, in my morning walk tomorrow, people will ask me, why did you not prepare before debating with Arnab? You are reminding me of your own leader who faced me 10 years back.
Okay, Arnab, calm down. Calm down.
To nationally known consequences.
Okay, yeah, we know
What
the
about the
consequences. He has become a
2007 interview of the Prime Minister?
Arre, bhai sahab,
To that I'll have a
Destroyed today.
Arnab, to that I'll have a glass of
अरे
water.
भाई साहब जैन साहब बंद कीजिए आप बैठिए.
He can't answer.
Arnab,
He can't answer.
Now, for the last 10 years, he has become the leader of the opposition and Jan Neta. You are reduced yourself from the top anchor to Godi media. Okay, leave that. Now,
answer the question. Why did you insult Babu Jagjeevan Ram? Why did you insult Ambedkar? Why did Nehru call people who come into reservation second rate?
How many times will you repeat the same?
Till you answer. Till you answer.
I am answering. No.
Yeah, you are trying to answer.
No.
Try answer. Answer. Answer.
Yellow. See, we Congress party never insulted Jagjeevan Ram or Dr. Ambedkar. Who insulted Dr. Ambedkar are the Hindu Mahasabha and RSS people who came out onto roads opposing the Hindu Code Bill. Even today, RSS and their literature doesn't accept the Constitution of India. You don't try to cheat the people by listing out whatever comes out of your imagination.
Do you support the UCC?
Not
Do you
here
accept Article 44 of the Constitution?
I will
Do you
support
support
the
Article 44 of the Constitution? Do you support a UCC?
How much time?
Of course.
Do you support a UCC? Answer.
UCC is part of the Constitution as part in the part of. Yes, it's in the directive principles. So what?
Then why are you opposing it?
Yes.
Then why are you opposing it?
And does the Congress party support a UCC?
To make Muslim hardliners happy.
Wait. Do you know?
To please Muslim hardliners.
Do you know what is
to please Muslim hardliners.
Do you know what is a directive principle? We are the party who implemented most of the directives.
Oh, you are the party that introduced the Constitution. You are the party that has given oxygen to this world. You are the party that put man in space.
Abhishek, your party really supports the UCC. Why don't you bring a bill for it? You've been in power for 10 years. Narendra Modi has been in power for 10 years.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see how it goes in the parliament.
Look at what's happening in the JPC. Look at the shenanigans that your party is taking part in the Waqf bill. The discussions on the Waqf
You don't feel
bill.
bad for Mallikarjun Kharge, the way he was treated. You guys don't feel bad for it. Okay, here's a question today. What is going on? Viewers, I want a line. In one line, if you can answer this question, put it on your Twitter feed or social media with these visuals of Mallikarjun Kharge. Give me in one line the thought that is crossing his mind. What is crossing his mind? Viewers, let's show the pictures full frame. If you were Mallikarjun Kharge in that situation, darwaza adha khula adha band, aap bahar. What is crossing Mallikarjun Kharge's mind? Send me your responses in one line. I'd love to read them, if nothing else. And ladies and gentlemen, moving on. Haryana, Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh. Name the state, and the Congress seems to be crumbling. The cracks within the so-called India alliance are now exposed for all to see. Opposition unity, it's nothing but a facade. As the Congress finds itself in disarray, the alliance once touted as an apparent force is now descending into chaos. Let's debate.
Despite exit polls predicting a landslide for the Congress, their dreams were shattered as they lost the race to the BJP. The AAP was quick to blame its ally Congress moments after the Haryana polls verdict.
हरियाणा में गठबंधन का लास्ट समय तक हमने इंतजार किया। आज कांग्रेस पार्टी कोई दोष लगाती रहे, आत्ममंथन करती रहे, परंतु वो इतने अहंकार में नहीं आते तो आज हरियाणा में कांग्रेस की सरकार होती, गठबंधन की सरकार होती।
In Jammu and Kashmir, it seemed like the Congress was riding on the National Conference's back to find some space. They have been reduced to a junior partner with no say in the government.
What the Congress does in Kashmir is not that important. What the Congress does in Jammu is important. And unfortunately, Congress hasn't done as much in the plains of Jammu as we would expect them to do.
After the MVA broke the deadlock over the share of seats in Maharashtra, SP Chief Akhilesh sprung a major political surprise. Taking to social media, Akhilesh said his party was pulling out of the upcoming assembly by-polls, adding that the Congress would contest all 9 seats on its bicycle symbol. Rising above all differences, The MVA earlier demonstrated the spirit of give and take, locking 85 seats each for themselves in the ensuing Maharashtra Assembly polls. Meanwhile, in a blow to Indy in poll-bound Jharkhand, the CPI announced that it will go solo in the elections. The BJP meanwhile took a swipe at the Congress for not contesting the by-polls under its own symbol and flag. It said that the Congress was now ready to surrender its political existence in Uttar Pradesh to keep its ally happy. Meanwhile, in Jharkhand as well, the Congress was dumped by its alliance partners.
अभी जो पहले चरण में ये बातें तय हुई है कि राज्य के 70 सीटों पर इंडिया गठबंधन के जेएमएम कांग्रेस के प्रत्याशी होंगे.
The Congress party seems to be in a jolt in holding the Indy flock together. As the polls near, has the call to prevent a split in majority votes forced the Indy to put up a facade of unity?
Vivek Silas of the Samajwadi Party, my first question is to you, that you are deciding for the Congress party and you're giving them only 2 seats of the 9 assembly seats that are going to the back of the elections. And even in those 2 seats, you are saying that the Congress candidates will fight under the Samajwadi Party symbol. Why not fight under the Congress party symbol? Why are you making Congress people fight? Give them only 2 seats, unilaterally decide which the seats are, and that also say that they will have to fight under your party's symbol. Why not Congress symbol?
I think first of all, I would like to correct you saying we are deciding for the India alliance, not for the Samajwadi Party or for the Congress, first of all. And it has happened in the past as well. If you see in 2017 election and 22 elections of the Vidhan Sabha, many candidates fought who were from the Samajwadi Party from Congress symbol as well. If you see the Prayagraj Allahabad seat recently in 2024 Lok Sabha election, Ujjwal Raman Singh fought, who was from the Samajwadi Party, fought under the Congress symbol. And after 1984...
You're saying despite fighting under Congress symbol, he remains with the Samajwadi Party? Only for the purposes of the election?
Technically, he is from the Samajwadi Party, but he is a member of parliament from the Congress. That is the beauty of the India alliance, where you cannot find it anywhere in India. What we have in Uttar Pradesh, So that shows that the India alliance...
But is he with Samajwadi Party, the Congress party person fighting under Samajwadi Party symbol in an election, is he with Congress party or Samajwadi Party?
He is with the India alliance.
No. Does the India alliance have a symbol?
No, the India alliance doesn't have a symbol.
Then if it does not have a symbol, then why does the symbol of Congress leaders fighting under India alliance have to be Samajwadi Party symbol? Why not Congress symbol?
Look, we offered...
No, don't give me a politically correct answer.
We offered 2 seats to the Congress party. They didn't want to contest it.
So they didn't want to contest it. Now you are saying that we offered them 2 seats where their candidates will fight under Samajwadi symbol. Which candidates?
Khair and Ghaziabad.
So you are even... No, which candidates?
The candidates have been announced. I can tell you the name as well.
You have announced the Congress party candidates.
No, they are fighting.
I don't know. You have... what is this logic? You have announced... You have announced who the candidates of the Congress party will be, who will fight under the Samajwadi Party symbol. I'm getting everyone on. I'm getting mighty confused here. Everyone on. What is it? No,
that is what our national president said.
No, your national president is saying that
ultimately the goal is for winning.
Yeah, but your national president has said that this Congress leader will fight the election under my symbol, and I am deciding on behalf of the India alliance which Congress leader will fight.
No.
What about Ajay Rai? What about the Congress president?
The candidates are given by the Congress and they are fighting under the Samajwadi Party symbol.
I'm getting confused. The candidates are from the Congress and they are fighting under Samajwadi Party symbol.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't Congress candidates fight under the Congress symbol?
You should even ask, is Sanjay Nishad, going to get a seat? Is Om Prakash Rajbar going to get a single seat? Who's going to answer that? What is the Bharatiya Janata Party is doing? In Uttar Pradesh, they don't even have the guts to announce the Milkipur election. Why didn't they announce that? Was all because the MLA has already...
What if Rahul Gandhi calls his candidate who you have decided and say that don't fight under the Samajwadi Party symbol?
No. It has been in the past as well. I told you the example of Prayagraj.
No, okay. Responses from the other side.
Ujjwal Raman Singh was from the Samajwadi Party.
Shazia Ilmi is responding.
Shazia ran from the Congress and he won it.
Yes. I think India Alliance is a joke. It was always a joke. Nobody took it seriously.
We are seeing a joke in Maharashtra.
Partners. I'll tell you why.
Shazia, we are seeing a joke in Maharashtra. What is happening with the Bharatiya Janata Party and two of your allies? That is the biggest joke that the country has ever seen.
You were speaking, I did not know. So let me allow me.
So don't say it is a joke. I never use this. Loose language.
Why did he go to Dhule? Why is he taking a claim for 12 seats? He's only announced 5 in Maharashtra. But for the same reason, why did he go and meet Sharad Pawar yesterday and day before yesterday? Why is he upset for not being given more than 8 seats? Why is he demanding 12?
What is
very
your
basic
problem?
things you have to answer.
What is your problem?
Forget about
you
that.
See your alliance.
Look at it's my turn now. Write it down.
Shazia, what he's saying is, you are more focused on what is happening in their alliance, but he's saying that according to his information, Eknath Shinde is fighting with the BJP in Maharashtra. Is this true?
It is not true.
But apparently Eknath Shinde wants 4 more seats. 4 more seats.
Why didn't he go to the meeting?
Yes.
He never went.
Which meeting?
Let me finish saying.
Meeting that was called by Amit Shah. You should be aware of that. He didn't go to the meeting of Amit Shah. Home Minister Amit Shah.
That will be sorted out.
My party is not going to campaign for the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Come on, you know that's not going to happen. Okay, Shazia.
That should have been the beginning of the hour.
I will not allow you to speak next time if you keep on doing this on my turn. Let's treat each other with respect and ourselves with respect. And let's speak in our own turn, sir. Please. Vice up, if you may give me my time. I know you're a great person, you will give me time. Okay, so starting from Jammu and Kashmir, what does Umar Abdullah have to say about Congress? That Congress didn't pull in its weight. Congress was absconding. Rahul Gandhi was missing in action. We know what happened in 24, what a big joke this was. Yes, Aam Aadmi Party and Congress Party did contest together, and now you know what they have to say about each other when it comes to Punjab elections and Delhi, and what happened in Haryana. And you know the kind of language Arvind Kejriwal used for the Congress Party. Not just that, what happened with Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary and Mamata Banerjee, the Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary even told people and announced and in a rally said, please vote for BJP but don't vote for TMC. That is the reality of India Alliance. Look at JMM now. Look at Jharkhand now.
But MVA has delivered a formula. 1 minute. Shazia, what are you happy about? Are you happy over the fact that Congress is getting less seats within the MVA alliance? Are you so focused on what the Congress party gets? How is that your concern? If the MVA has got a formula of 255 by announcing 85 seats to all, then it's okay, let them. If the Congress contested 125 last time and 144 contest 85, whatever their internal arrangement, let them have.
They fight each other, they fight and they punch each other and they get knocked out in some match. I don't care. If they have a UFC,
you are also not doing very well with Ajit Pawar right now.
Do not give this impression.
You are also not on very cozy terms with Ajit Pawar.
The matter is that
no, but you are also not giving many seats to Ajit Pawar.
And a communist candidate in Kerala as along with BJP. So don't talk about this India alliance. Say we can't stand each other, we hate each other.
Okay, now what is coming across here? What is coming across here? One minute. Should it have been better? Should it have been better to say, Vivek Srivastava, that the India alliance construct was for the 2024 elections, and then therefore to keep it on a ventilator right now will not work, because effectively it's not possible to accommodate the India alliance on state elections, which is why in Jharkhand CPI has said it is going solo. CPM has said that it will fight Jamtara, Maheshpur, Jama, Mandar, Baharagora, Tamar, Sisai, Chhatra, all these constituencies independent of Congress party. RJD has almost dumped the alliance in Jharkhand. Would it not be better, Vivek, to say that this alliance was purely for the period February or maybe January to June 2024? State elections, I'm telling you, state elections going to be very difficult for you, very difficult.
No, despite our fielding a candidate against Priyanka Gandhi in Kerala, and the candidates that you talked of in Jharkhand. That is one part. But however, you see, when we started India Alliance, it was first for the Lok Sabha, and it was based on certain principles. And the principles were that we feel that the constitution is under a great threat under this particular government, which is communal in nature. And they are trying to make amendments, changes, get bills which are anti-people and anti-ethos of this constitution. The CA, NRC was one, the Farmers' Bill was another. So all the like-minded parties which were secular and it believed in the original format and the ethos which Ambedkar constituted, they grouped together and they formed the India Alliance.
But where is
now,
the with the India Alliance now? They're virtually out.
No, but then you see, if you go back into
Omar Abdullah formed the government without the Congress.
So if you see the third front governments in the past, we have had coalitions in the past. Yes, in states, it becomes the different stories many a times. There is no doubt about it. In Kerala, we are fielding a candidate against Priyanka ji, but we have a lot of respect for the Congress party, nevertheless. And Shri Rahul Gandhi.
That's what I meant. It's more a national level construct than a state level construct.
We supported the UPA government. Okay, after in 2004, despite the fact that we contested the Congress, even then in Kerala and a few other states. So because we feel at a national level, Congress is a secular party and it has made major contributions to the development in this nation and preserve the social fabric of the nation. Yes, we are also an independent party. The left has its own entity, its own agenda of socialism that needs to be protected. So in certain states, if it is not matching, we contest. But however, ideologically, as far as the constitution is concerned, we are very clear that the India Alliance stands together. That is very clear.
The larger point tonight is, can the India Alliance, given all these developments, and I want to get Abhishek in, can it survive the state elections? I think that's the issue here. Is the India Alliance basically a general election-based alliance? And everything else in state elections will become complicated unless the Congress takes a back seat. You see, Shyam, unless Congress genuinely is ready to take a back seat, the India Alliance will not survive between now and 2029. It's only going to get into more trouble in every election. Mr. Mika, your thoughts, please.
Yeah, very quickly. So the
Abhishek after
thing is, so the confusion is coming because you are looking at India Alliance in terms of seats and votes. No, it is not. India Alliance is the alliance of the people of India. We are trying to get all castes, creeds, Kisan, Jawan, women. We are building a broader political alliance in the country. Every party, Samajwadi Party, or left parties, Congress Party, everybody is.
Why did you mention AAP?
Building this.
Why don't you mention AAP? Why don't you mention Trinamool?
Then I need to mention 28 of them.
No, but Trinamool? Trinamool, AAP. I think that was a frozen line. Abhishek taking it forward.
What's happening in Uttar Pradesh? See, what's happening in Uttar Pradesh is Akhilesh Yadav is very clear. As far as Uttar Pradesh and the state assembly elections are concerned, Akhilesh Yadav is very circumspect, very wary of the Congress party. He does not want to give the Congress party any sort of chance at resurgence in Uttar Pradesh. So the message clearly from Akhilesh Yadav is, your candidates will fight on our symbols. There is no space for the Congress party symbols in the assembly election. Mr. Goswami, your analysis is absolutely spot on. This will be a broad general election sort of coalition when it comes to assembly elections, as we see in Kerala, as we saw in Haryana, as we are now going to see in Uttar Pradesh as well. It is just a BJP-SP bipolar fight because only the Samajwadi Party symbol will be going up against the lotus of the BJP. The Congress party thinks it has made a comeback in Uttar Pradesh. Now, Rahul Gandhi retaining Rai Bareli and giving up Wayanad, the message there is that the Congress aims to win back Uttar Pradesh. But both the Congress and the Samajwadi Party are fighting for the same minority vote bank. And the minorities go with SP in assembly, but they want Congress in the general election. That is the conundrum facing the India Alliance. So at most, it can be a tenuous sort of alliance at the general election level. And Akhilesh Yadav is setting down a marker for the assembly election. He's telling the Congress party, UP mein Raja, main hu, I am the king of UP. Your candidates will fight on my symbols. So look at the psychological blow to the Congress. If the Congress party had done better in Haryana, I can assure you the Congress would have bargained for more seats.
This thing, Mr. Silas, where you are saying that Congress party leaders will fight on Samajwadi Party symbols in these two constituencies, one of which is in Ghaziabad. Have you discussed this with the Congress party?
Yeah, of course.
They have agreed to it.
Yeah, they have agreed to it.
They've agreed that their
very
leaders,
willingly, very happily, they have agreed
that
to
their
it.
leaders will fight under your symbol.
Yeah, of course. Only 2 seats.
2 seats.
Yes.
Under your symbol.
Yeah, Khair and Ghaziabad.
And that's a sorted issue.
Yeah, that is a sorted issue.
It's an internal issue sorted. Then what problem does the BJP have with it? That seems to be an
There should not. What is the problem with the BJP? They should have the problem. Is Sanjay Nishad going to get a seat? Is Om Prakash Rajput going to get a seat?
Let me put it this way. Today there was a news that Mr. Nilesh Rane, I think, son of Narayan Rane, is switching to the Shiv Sena with Eknath Shinde because one particular constituency is being allotted to Eknath Shinde. If the BJP and Eknath Shinde can come to that kind of an arrangement, why can't the Congress and the Samajwadi Party, Shazia? You also do these adjustments.
Yes, and we do the adjustments. They happen peacefully. There is respect, and nobody expresses their frustration or anger outside. And it's done with a lot of discipline and mutual respect. And there were questions being asked as to various 3 parties of the alliance that we have in Maharashtra. And everybody said that if you are with the Eknath Shinde's Sena, then obviously you'll want to see him as a CM.
Yeah.
Just like BJP candidates.
Well, I think this is a continuing story. I think it'll be an overstatement to say India Alliance has collapsed. I think the fair assessment would be that the India Alliance will face more challenges than the NDA because of the competitive nature of these parties in various states. So I'll watch the space on this one. I thank you all very much. Ladies and gentlemen, remember the counting is on the 23rd of November and the debate continues. I have a very, very interesting debate on whether the word secular needs to be in the preamble of the Indian Constitution after a short break.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Co-powered by Jaguar Bath & Light.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
I don't care for no songs and proses.